It's great. Well worth the work, and it wasn't hard.
So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the 4 items that I talked to you about yesterday. When you eat something, you're going to eat 4 items. Now, you're going to say, all at once? Yes! That's the way I want you to start out, because that's when we were the very most successful. So the 4 items are a good protein, a good carbohydrate, a good vegetable, and a good fat. So your protein is meat, cheese, eggs, things like that, quinoa. And a good carbohydrate is something that is not man-made. Candy is not a good carbohydrate. And white bread and rice, those are not good carbohydrates. So you want a whole grain. It can be a starchy vegetable, like a sweet potato, is a great carbohydrate. And fresh fruit is a great carbohydrate. And then you want to add in a vegetable. So make sure that you have lots of salad or lots of raw vegetables or lots of cooked vegetables that are steamed. And then your last thing is you want to make sure you have a good fat. So it could be what your things are cooked in, or it can be nuts and things like that. So let me just tell you, my husband and I used to go and have a mid-morning snack every day. And we would go and get a plate for each other. He'd bring one to me, I'd bring one to him. And it's piles of these things. So we might have piles of cheese sticks and piles of nuts and piles of carrots and piles of fruit or something like that. And so we're eating 4 different things, and it was just amazingly wonderful. And our weight dropped off, not because we were dieting, but because we were eating the right thing. On the processed food, don't try to stop it all at once. Just choose one item, and we'll go into an item every day to stop on. And so today, I just want you to add in some fruits and vegetables and pile that into the stuff that you're already eating. Okay, I put together a great recipe for you. Super excited about this. I think you're going to love it. Hi. So we're going to make something really wonderful in this pot. And it is going to be a fish chowder. So excited. So the pot is hot, and I am going to put some fat to render. It's from our pork that we had. So you want it mostly to be fat and a little bit of the meat. And this is fat that I've already rendered. And so I'll let that go in there. And once that's all cooked down, then I will add some butter to it. And now we're going to add 1 whole chopped onion, 3 celeries, 2 leeks, and 3 diced carrots. Beautiful. We're going to let that keep cooking down. Whoops, got the end in there. And then I'm going to take some thyme and put it in there. Supposedly, thyme is really good in your chicken water. It acts as an antibiotic. So I have some extra thyme here. We're going to put it in the chicken water when we're done.
That is the water we give the chickens for them to drink.
And so that can go in their water. As opposed to what? What
The
else
chicken-
would chicken
chicken
water?
broth.
Oh, not chicken broth.
We have a bunch over there that it's going with.
Yep. So I'm just stripping it
And if somebody is watching and they know a better way to strip this, please put it in the comments for me. That would be great. All right, and I'm going to put a couple of bay leaves in here. And give it a good stir. I'm going to go ahead and cover it so it can cook really well in there and cook from both the top and the bottom. And we'll just let that cook for about 8 minutes. Okay, it's been 8 minutes. Nice and tender and beautiful. So these can cook a little bit longer, but we're going to add the potatoes now. And I've got 5 red skin potatoes. You can use golden Yukons. Also, I'm partial to the red skin, and I thought it would make it look really pretty. And so now we're going to add broth. So all different kind of recipes call for all different kinds of broth. A fish broth, a vegetable broth. I had a chicken broth, which I'm adding, and you want to just cover it. So that everything is covered and it can simmer a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is cook this for 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cover it up so that it cooks faster and the good flavors stay in there. But I am going to go ahead and salt it some and pepper. I think pepper was made for a potato soup. I love pepper. So you can see that it's starting to boil. And once it starts to boil and it's boiling really well, that's when we turn it down and simmer it. You also want to almost over season it this time, at this point, as it's been cooking or as it is cooking. And I added a little more salt and pepper because once the fish goes in, you don't want to disturb it a lot. In this pan right here, I'm going to be putting in some heavy cream, about 1.5 cups. And I'm going to heat that very, very slowly so that it just is warm when we add it. And now I'm going to turn this down to simmer it. Okay, it is simmered. It actually only, after we brought it to a boil, only simmered about 8 minutes. And now I'm adding the fish. You can add all different kinds of fish. Cod, halibut. This happens to be a Dover. And I've cut it up into pieces. And now it's just going to simmer right into the pot there. And cook that way. So we're going to cook it for 5 to 10 minutes this way, and we're going to remove this from the stove at that point and from the fire and add the cream. Okay, this is completely done. I'm going to move it off the fire. Very tender fish, flaky, and then I'm going to add in the cream. And then you just let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Wow, that looks good.
Oh, I am excited. Wow.
Okay, we are ready. I'm going to take this pot over Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're going to set it here and scoop it up. We love soup. And to go with this soup, I've made some fontina melted on top of rustic olive bread. It's grilled. A little thyme on the plate. Just take a picture of it. So, here you go.
Oh, man. Good. Great flavor.
Numb. And our beverage of choice is water. Always, always water.
It's great. Well worth the work, and it wasn't hard.